82 years ago, Allied forces embarked on what would become the largest land, sea and air invasion in modern history. An operation that would go on to liberate Nazi-occupied Europe and change the course of the Second World War. Much of the preparation for that historic moment happened here, amongst the roads, fields, towns and villages of Dorset. But 82 years later, in a world almost unrecognisable from that of wartime Britain, history still echoes across this landscape. Hundreds of volunteers, enthusiasts and vehicle owners come together to recreate a small part of that big story. As Europe's largest authentic Second World War vehicle convoy once again rolls through Dorset. But what does it take to keep history alive? And why does it matter so much to those who dedicate countless hours to making it happen? This is the making of Armour and Embarkation.
Right, welcome everybody to A&E 2026. One thing I want to clear up from the get-go is when we say, morning Alan, you say, morning. Thank you all for coming. We know, like all of us know, it's a big effort. It costs us, all of us, a vast amounts of money. And as you can see, I think this is the best turnout vehicle-wise, the quality of vehicles we've ever had.
It was one of those crazy ideas after a pint or two that we actually, Jim and I, who's the co-founder, Jim Clark, we came back from a tank event in Europe called Tanks in Town. And it was just fantastic. And Jim kind of went, do you think we could do that in the UK? And I said, yeah.
Because this is now the crucial part. We've got to get our timing perfect from the Tank Museum to Dorchester. We've got a road closure in place. We can't get there too early because the road's not closed. If we get there too late, we're going to miss all the fun. So please really be on it. Don't leave your vehicles too much after 2:30. Because I know some, where's Howard? Howard, he'll be having brunch or some caviar and champagne shite going on. When we get to Dorchester, just follow the vehicle in front. We've got a road closure. We're going to be really, really tight for space. So we will bunch you up as tight and as quick as we can. So be patient with that. Because what happens is we've got a mile-long convoy and basically gridlock Dorchester. So we want to get all of us in and close the road, job done.
The problem is with Dorset, or certainly with Dorchester, it's known for Thomas Hardy country. And the history, the World War II history is just so significant that it's kind of got forgotten. So it was a case of putting tanks on the road, if we could find them, if we were allowed to, and all the associated vehicles and men to replicate the build-up to D-Day. And as you can see behind me, that nothing's changed. In fact, it's just got better in the sense of we have more quality vehicles in the sense of specific vehicles, tanks and armour. But that was a vision, and it's still the vision. It just gets better.
In fact, is that all right in between here? No, I want the tracks first. Not coming down here.
After we did the first one, I thought it would be perhaps just a one-off and that, but then when it was so good, I thought we could do it again and make it better, and we have improved it over the years. From a vehicle owner's point of view, you can, not tanks so much, but all the other vehicles, Jeeps, Dodges, GMCs, you can drive them any day of the week on the road without any problem at all. You can go shopping with them, you can go in the local pub with it, that's easy. You can do it on your own, but to get 80 vehicles, all marked up as they should be, sort of World War II markings. Virtually all the people will be in green tomorrow. They may not be in period stuff, but that doesn't matter as long as they're in green clothing. And we take a black and white picture, particularly in the woods when we go after the ford. When you go into the woods there, and then when they send the drone down, that footage is amazing. It's just like a column back in 44. And I think everyone wants to be part of that that column. You know, it's completely different to driving a vehicle on your own.
For
you know.
tank owners to be able to run their tanks and armour on the road in a convoy like we do in a significant place like D5 is, which is where we're sat today, that was kind of a bit beyond the vision. And one of the team members, a guy called Steve George, came in and just kind of his vision was just like, well, let's do this. He's kind of one of those can-do characters. And it's grown from there.
So obviously with the planning for D-Day, Dorset was allocated to the US Army to be used as a training area prior to the invasion. So the troops that had been here before, like the Canadians, the British, everyone else, went east to their area to prepare there, and this became an American area. And without complicating it, where we are today was it was an overlord camp, so it was in use from November 1943 with the Americans, and then it became a marshalling area just prior to D-Day, so it became a marshalling camp. And you had units like the 2nd Rangers, elements of the 29th Infantry Division, but mainly it was the men of the 1st Infantry Division and specifically the 18th Infantry Regiment that were here. So Dorset, really, the whole of Dorset was just a huge American Army camp with literally things behind nearly every hedgerow you can imagine. What we're about is trying to, you know, bring this, the attention back to sort of what was going on and sort of, I say keeping the history alive, but, you know, making sure that the story doesn't get lost in time. So, yeah, that's what it's all about.
Everybody kind of solves the problems as they go along. And really the biggest problem for any convoy is if you have a breakdown.
Message received, just bear with. So it's the high-speed tractor that's gone down.
Okay.
So they've just been told to clear the road and everything. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, clear the junction for the time being. Just get them to pull over on the grass.
This is Red Jeep calling Green Jeep. Clear the junction, come over to us. Over.
Is it who's in front of you?
I think there's about 3 of you in front of us.
Just, you're the lead Jeep?
Yes. What's going on?
So the convoy is stopped, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Convoy stopped.
I'll tell them to wait for you.
Yeah, the guys are just up there, look.
We can hear them coming. But do we slow them down?
We'll see what the lead Jeep tells us to do, basically.
Deb, is he still awake? No, he kept me all night.
When I first started doing this, sort of back in 2010, it was forgotten for the most part. So certainly, I'd sort of spot things like, why is that lump of concrete there? Why is there curbstones in the middle of the countryside on a farm where, you know, a farmer isn't going to have curbstones here? And it's like, well, why is this all here? And sort of learning about it and then talking to locals that then, oh yeah, there used to be a camp here, blah, blah, blah. And it had sort of been, you know, the older people then started talking about it, but for a lot of people, even locals, they didn't know. So it was sort of started to be forgotten about. So started doing events, fates and living history events and things like that. And then it just sort of rolled into then sort of wanting to do something permanent for the county to just make sure that nothing's forgotten. And then Armour and Embarkation sort of rolled into everything that was going on before. Just organically sort of became, you know, part of, let's, you know, keep the story alive, you know, and make sure people don't forget. And it's great because it's, you know, it's this, you know, we're commemorating what went on. We're sort of celebrating, but it's commemorating. But also we're educating, and it's not just for the local and the wider communities, but visiting communities, because Dorset's it's a holiday place. People come here, So when we're out doing this, it's great because we reach so many people on so many different levels, and there is a bit of fun with it and enjoyment, and it's nice to see the smiling faces and people waving. But we're, they're learning at the same time, so we're being a bit sneaky really, because it's like, hey, yeah, enjoy yourself, but we're educating you really.
My name is Jackie and my role is the administration behind A&E. We start about 18 months in advance and we make sure we get the basics in place, the marquees, the generators. Obviously Ken, the field owner, make sure he's on board with it all again. So we just get the main structure prepared and then it's quiet for a while. Yeah, it's been a busy event this time because we've introduced a couple of different things. Previous years, when I've done it, it's all the same to me, so it's been very easy. This year, we've introduced a couple of different aspects, i.e. The booking in is different and the fuel sponsorship we've got at the Tank Museum took a lot of working out how to plan it, but it's been full-time, really. I would say, 80% of my week over the last 6 weeks has probably been on getting the administration up to date. It's the basic vehicle information and the information of the people who are coming, which takes a lot of recording because it changes constantly, and it's just keeping up to date so that when we get to this stage at actual check-in, we have all the information, should be up to date and correct, and not be surprised by so and so turns up and we don't know about them, or that sort of scenario. 450 people and over 100 military vehicles. It is logistically, it's a lot of organisation, but it's smooth. It's smooth.
So I think we'll be ready very shortly.
I'll send somebody back down.
Okay.
We know we've got.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll wait for them to come back up here.
Yeah.
When they've crossed the ford, you don't need to stop them.
No.
By the time this lot start moving, they'll be right up there.
Yeah. I think really we're good to go, to be honest.
It's all hooked up here, mate.
Cheers, mate. I'll be changed on.
Yeah, chains on and the lights on as well.
Oh, good, cool.
All right, well,
Okay.
we'll
Yeah.
blow the whistles.
Modern vehicles with the army either side, and we're bringing a whole lot down the middle.
Right.
Okay, so all 3 packets are going to be in between the modern vehicles.
I want to go and see. It was Easy Red and Fox Red where the. Was it Easy Red and Fox Red where the first industry?
Once I'm gone, it's a bit fluid. Okay, so we're going to do the packet system as it is, or we're going to count. But I just need you all to be aware, because when Jim goes, then it's down to you guys. Yeah. All right.
It's all going to go to fuck.
It will be what it will be. I'm looking forward to my chili tonight. That's what I'm saying.
You got the best bloody job you fucked got out of it. Still love you though.
You're in the last packet, aren't you?
I don't care where the fuck I am, mate.
Oh, it's all your fault then.
Yeah, exactly, George.
The proudest thing is that we do salute the cenotaphs and the memorials as we go by. It's an eyes right or an eyes left as we go by. And we get people engaged in Dorchester. Like I said, 12 to 15,000 people turn up, asking questions, seeing history, which allows them to go onto the internet and study history. And in fact, many comments have come back because of A&E. They've dug into their own family history and looked at their great-grandfathers and grandfathers' service records. Now that's a result. No matter how you look at it, and that's really what A&E's about.
There's
being on the hill.
It's their car.
We're making history in the sense of the young children coming to Dorchester in 10, 20 years' time, they will remember these events. If that's gone, it's a real link to the past because it's visual. You can't get over seeing a Sherman tank roll by and another Sherman tank and dispatch riders on motorbikes. It's just such a spectacle that you can touch it. It's real history in the making.
Let me see the one you took.
It's two messages. Yeah.
The generations that lived it, even those that were children back in the day, they're not going to be around much, for that much longer. So the living history, that element's going to go, and sadly, it won't be long. And if no one's actually doing these events, schools don't teach it unless you're actually particularly interested in it. You're going to read about it, or look online or whatever. You're not going to get this opportunity to see this stuff. So this is again why we're so grateful, because when we do take the whole load into Dorchester and things like that, and like I said before, you're reaching the like the shorts and the flip-flop brigade. Do you know what I mean? It's what the locals call grockles, or the holiday people that wouldn't necessarily be interested in this, but they're on holiday and like, let's go and do something different. Let's see what's going on because it sounds quite special. I hate to say it because everyone says it's the sights and sounds, and it is the sights and sounds, and even the smells of a convoy in 1944 doing what it was doing on the roads and the lanes that it was actually doing it 82 years ago. So we've got to keep doing it. Well, for me, we should keep doing it just to keep the story going.
We've got a tank convoy coming through. They're not going to get through. If I go behind you, do you want to reverse behind me? Yeah? There's just a junction back there. Reverse to that junction.
This thing's got a bit warm.
Both my grandfathers went to war, and it changed them. One of them was a prisoner of war for 4 years. My other grandfather went up over D-Day and went up into Belgium, come back, as we now know, with PTSD. And I've seen it affect the generations down from that. So it's not that cliche like, we remember them. It's just that instinctive family connection. And we've all got that in the UK. Most of our ancestors went to war or were involved in the war.
When I first started doing the stuff in the local area, no one else was doing it, and so that's why I did it. I sort of challenged myself to. You used to sort of Google something, and what went on in Broadmain, and all you get was, there used to be some African Americans there, and there's absolutely no information. So my purpose was to, if you go on the internet, you Google Broadmain D5, there's going to be a whole ream of information about it, and you're actually going to know what happened. And then that turned into, well, not just Broadmain, but Weymouth, Portland, Castletown, all that sort of stuff. So so that's why I started doing it, is because no one else was doing it. But obviously now, we're all doing it together, and as long as everyone's keen to do it, I'll keep doing it.
Do the backstroke. Just very quickly. I'm going to get emotional.
Don't say 2028 for fuck's sake.
Gleaming. Even compared to last time, you were fantastic then, but better. What he said.
Thanks, man. Take care of you, too.
Thank you. Cheers. I'll see you soon. Yeah, thanks ever so much.
problem we got, we just get better, or the events get better because everybody gets better. So I don't know I don't know if there's an end point in this one, if we do it again or not. The team and I sit down after A&E once we recover, and we'll take a view on it. That's the answer.
Remembering why we're here, you know, the people actually on D-Day who left here, and many of them didn't even get off the beaches. So for me, that's what it's all about.